Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Here is a look at the new updates that are going to arrive next year, collectively titled Beyond. In this video, I'm taking a look at the new ships, player squadrons, as well as the new player group carriers. Now this right here was one of the many videos that Frontier showed off during their expo, and you've already seen here one of the new ships that's going to be arriving probably quite soon, at least hopefully. Now do keep in mind that everything we've seen in this video is for the 2.4 update. It is after all about Thargoids and the new weaponry. We saw a ship right at the start and I'm going to skip straight back to that moment and we're going to have a look. So then, it looks like a Type 9, but is it? Many people are speculating that this just may be the Type 10 Defender. And slightly further into the trailer we get another glimpse of the same ship from a different angle. And yes, the profile is very much a Type 9. But the thrusters certainly are not, and there might be a few other differences there as well. Frontier have still not commented on the Type 10, so for the moment this is pure speculation, but it seems very likely at this point. Now this, of course, is not the only new ship coming. With the Beyond set of updates, there's going to be a whole bunch of new ships. Specifically, many of them are going to be Alliance ships. Now, as mentioned in the previous video, Beyond is going to be rolled out in a number of updates. There's a massive one at the beginning of the year in Q1, a really large one, the largest of the lot in Q4, and two minor updates during the middle parts of the year. Now in Q1 there's going to be a few new ships, notably the Krait, as well as the Chieftain. And for those of you who played Elite back in 1984, you could perhaps argue that the Krait is one of the most iconic ships in the Elite galaxy. So here we have it. A very sleek profile, and this one in particular really looks like it's built for both speed as well as quick fighting. It's certainly a ship that people have been requesting for a very long time now, so it's a nice surprise to finally see it arrive in the game. Like I say, this should be turning up in Q1. Now the next ship represents quite a bold new direction for ships in Elite Dangerous. In fact, they've pretty much run through all the ships that were available in the previous games, so they're now into new design territory, and the Chieftain really does come into play right here. This, I think, is going to be a very popular ship. The design is both from Lakon as well as the Alliance. That's right, this is going to be one of the first Alliance ships, and apparently there's going to be many of them. Of course, without a point of reference, it's quite difficult to judge how large the ship is going to be, but at first glance it would seem to be at least on the realms of a Type 9 and other ships of that scale. So new ships are certainly going to be a very big thing over coming updates. Now for many people, the largest and perhaps most anticipated feature of the Beyond series of updates is going to be player squadrons. Now as with pretty much all the other features Frontier discussed, they didn't go into detail as to how they will operate and how they will function. They were just there to give us a bit of an overview as to what to expect. But squadrons are very much about player groups and the implementation of tools for running those groups. So it would seem it could well be the introduction of an entire guild system. What's more, player groups will get the ability to purchase carriers. These are going to be large, massive ships that players will be able to dock at. They will serve many of the traditional functions of a station, such as repair and refuel, and hopefully will have the ability to jump as well. But the introduction of carriers, a group purchasable ship, really does raise a whole load of new questions. One of them, very specific, is exactly how do people purchase them. There's obviously no credit transfers within the game at the moment, but a group purchase, something that's probably going to cost a significant amount of money, would likely require people to pool the money together. So just maybe the introduction of squadrons will bring along with it the arrival of player guild banks of some type. Another question being asked is just what will these carriers look like? Will they look like mega ships, or will they look like something a little bit different? Well, again, there's no information on that. But personally, I'd love to see a ship that truly looks like a carrier, something like the Battlestar Galactica for example, or even something like this, which is a piece of old concept art from the Elite Dangerous digital artwork book. So, just to summarise then, the ships we've seen so far are going to arrive fairly soon. The potential ship of the Type 10, the one that we think is the Type 10 at least, is going to be arriving in the current 2.4 update, whilst the Krait and the Chieftain should be arriving in the Q1 update of Beyond. Meanwhile, squadrons and carrier ships are going to be quite a long wait indeed, with them turning up in the Q4 update of Beyond, meaning that we'll still be waiting for them this time next year. The good thing about all this though is that, as mentioned previously, every single update in the Beyond series is going to be included as a part of Horizons. So that means if you own Horizons, you won't have to pay anything at all for these updates. Now there is plenty more information to discuss as well, and I'll be bringing that in another video very soon. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.